What's up guys, CamoSquid here, welcome back to another video. As you can see, I have a bunch of things laid out. You may not be able to tell what they are right away, but you might. If you can tell what this is the core of a cube. I'm not going to specify if you haven't figured it out. I don't know what version it is. I was going to say Shangsho, but it says nowhere on this box Shangsho. Whereas with the Mega Makes, it says Shangsho Cube right there. So I'm not quite sure what company this 3x3 is actually made from, or made by, but I do know that it's a pretty universal way of assembling a 3x3. I'm first going to show you how to assemble it, and then I'll show you how to disassemble it, because that's much quicker in my opinion. And you most likely came to figure out how to put your cube back together because it came apart and you don't know how. Either that or you're one of my regular viewers, and for that, do a good job. You're doing a good job. Keep viewing. Keep coming back. Make sure you share my channel on like Twitter and stuff, so I let them know to subscribe, share with your friends, family, or whatever. Just so we can try and hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. I mean, we still have 4,000 out. We still have almost little more than 3,000 hours of watch time left to complete. But you know, 1,000 subscribers is a milestone. But anyways. As you can see, I have the blue corners and green corners laid out with the blue edges and green edges next to them, and then the 4 remaining edges. You don't have to arrange them in any specific way. You can just have them piled around you. I'm just doing this so it's easier and quicker for me to get through it. You obviously, if you do arrange them, you don't have to do blue and green. You can obviously do any of the other colors. Of course, if your color scheme is different, obviously it's not going to be the same as mine. But anyways, what I do is I pick a side, or pick a center, pick a face. Really you can only choose from the centers. But since I laid out blue and green, I'm just going to choose green. So just pick a center, choose that. You want to put the green side on that side, and whichever edge it is, you're going to slide it into that. Oops. Make sure it's completely flat, and then you just slide it into that other center. So I'm going to do this one now, green and red. So I'm going to put it into for the first one, you put it into the green and then slide it to the other centers. But from there on out, you slide it into the corresponding center, the one that's not green, and then you slide it to the green. So I'm going to do the same thing for orange, and the same thing for yellow. The way I found it to be easiest is when you're sliding them in. I'll use this as an example. When you're sliding them in, you do it at an angle, and then you can slide it in that way. Alright, so now that we have the top layer, now that we have the first 4 edges paired, or put in, I guess. Next, you want to do the corners. You can do them any random order, it doesn't matter, but it's just easier if you do these edges and then these corners and so on up the cube. You want to work from bottom up, so, or top down, depending on how you look at it. So next, we want to pick up a corner. It's the red and white corner, so we're going to come to the red and white side, and we're just going to slide that into the red and white corner. We're going to do the same thing for the remaining 3 corners. Look at it, decide where it goes, put it there, and you can just slide it right down the side of the cube. So now we have the white and orange, and we're just going to slide that there. Now you can just set it down, it doesn't matter, you don't have to hold it. I'm just holding it to show you better. Now these corners are still pretty movable, so don't like hold them by the corners or something unless you're careful or whatever. If anything, hold it like flat on your hand or something, or flat on the table. Next, you want to find the separate 4 edges. So if you laid them out, whichever corner or whichever color is opposite the one you chose, you're not going to use those edges yet. So you want to use the other 4 edges that you don't have for. So orange and yellow, we're just going to slide this into the orange and yellow face. Orange and yellow edge, or I guess you could say. You just want to slide that down. Sometimes the corners, yes, they will come back out, but you can easily slide them back in. I'm actually going to put this down so it's easier and it goes quicker. So the red and yellow edge, just line up the things on the inside where they go, and then just slide it down. Same thing with red and orange, or red and white, and orange and white. Now these bottom 2 layers are pretty solid. You still don't want to go turning unless you go turning it like this. But these 2 layers are now pretty solid. What I like to do is put 1 corner in for the remaining. So this is red and white. You want to turn it on a 45-degree angle like that. In my opinion, it's just easier to get the corners in that way, or edges in that way. But then what I like to do is I like to just work around the cube. So we have work around the layer, I mean. So we have the red and white, and then the white and blue edge, and then the white and orange. It helps to know your color scheme. I mean, it's there on the centers, but then we want to put the white and orange center, or corner, sorry, then the orange edge, and then we want to do the blue, orange, and yellow corner, and then the blue and yellow edge. And for the last one, why is it? Okay, for the last one, you just put the last corner in, and then keep it on a 45-degree angle just because it's easier, and then just pop the last edge in. I like to, when I'm putting it in, put it in like that, and then push it down. In my opinion, it's just easier that way, but you can obviously do it whichever way you want. Just let it, turn it a few times, get it, make sure it's solid, complete. Just get it loosened up again because it's probably tight. Alright, now if you came for assembling the cube, you can go ahead and leave right now if you want, or you can stick around and see how to disassemble. Now for this, we want to turn the top layer. It doesn't matter which layer. Just turn one of the faces 45-degree angle in any direction, doesn't matter. And then choose the edge. What's easiest I found for me, go underneath the edge and pop up. You pretty much, I feel like it's self-explanatory from there. You can take it apart the full complete way, or you can just take apart what you need to, like, say, lube it or something. Take the corners out and then the final edges. So that's how you disassemble and assemble a Rubik's Cube, a 3x3 Rubik's Cube, sorry. Once again, I'm not quite sure what company made this, but it's not Shengshou, and it's not Rubik's. That being said, I will stop wasting your time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn post notifications on so you don't miss out on any new videos. Make sure you share on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. Enjoy the rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe and join the Squid Army today so you never miss out when I upload new videos. Speaking of which, here's my most recent video. Check it out now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.